Well, it's being called the silent crisis, a cheap and legal product sold online and in smoke shops.
Yeah, we're talking about nitrous oxide. Our Ty Steele was first to expose the problem. Now a mom has reached out to him about how it's quietly fueling addiction and taking lives. Ty?
Yeah, tonight our Local 4 investigation shows the disturbing rise in nitrous oxide abuse right here in Michigan. The numbers don't lie. And the devastating toll it's taken on one local family. It began with a mother's gut feeling and a heartbreaking discovery inside her son's home.
When I saw the pictures, I was horrified.
Julia Charleston saw the photos from inside her son's house in Clyde Township and knew something was terribly wrong.
It looked like a war zone. It did. There were hundreds and hundreds of empty canisters strewn about every single square inch of the house.
Hundreds of nitrous oxide canisters covering the entire house. A cheap product, easy to buy online, and highly addictive.
Everything was out of my control, and I could not fix this.
A mother's anguish for her son, 34-year-old Robert Howland, an Air Force veteran, a student, a son trying to rebuild his life after prior battles with addiction. Julia had known something was wrong, but she had no idea about the depths of his struggle.
And after you saw the inside of his house, you didn't know where he was at this point, did you?
No, we still didn't know anything, and we filed a missing persons report, and state troopers started looking.
It didn't look good. Robert had left his beloved dog behind, and the door to his house cracked open. 2 months of frantic searching and unanswered prayers, police finally found Robert's body in his truck, just 45 minutes from his home. He had shot himself the night he disappeared.
I'm sorry that I couldn't help him out of the darkness. I would move heaven and earth. I would move heaven and earth to help get him out of the addiction of nitrous oxide.
Paranoia and psychosis, common symptoms of nitrous oxide abuse.
Memory impairment, depression, mood changes, anxiety.
One of many horrific side effects of the drug, says clinical toxicologist Dr. Varun Vora at Wayne State University.
It can lead to what we call subacute combined degeneration of the spinal cord. It can lead to neuropathy.
Our Local 4 investigation was the first to report Dr. Vora's CDC study published in April, showing that reported cases of nitrous oxide misuse in Michigan quadrupled between 2019 and 2023. And ER visits tied to the drug spiked more than 130% in the state last year. And those are just the cases we know about.
Invariably, across all data sets, it's going to be an underestimation of the true injury burden across the entire state, because our data is only as good as the cases reported to those specific data platforms.
And yet there are no federal or state restrictions on nitrous oxide.
You can buy it online from Amazon, just doing a quick Amazon search. Now we're seeing more commercial products, these large tanks, anywhere between 2 and 4 liter tanks.
Just like the ones found in Robert's house, the back of the canisters clearly state food purposes only and do not inhale. But smoke shop workers we've talked to, and Julia, say no one is buying these to make whipped cream.
Those things cost $25. Is that how much a life is worth? $25? It's just ridiculous.
And she doesn't believe her son had a choice in the end.
When you try to quit nitrous on your own, it pushes you into this complete and total darkness. It's either do more drugs or kill yourself.
In Robert's honor, Julia has founded People Against Nitrous Oxide, a grassroots group pushing for laws requiring warning labels, age restrictions, or a full ban.
Stop selling this poison. Get it out of the hands of our loved ones. I mean, we've got to do something. We have to do something.
Julia says Robert dreamed of helping veterans like himself. Now that mission is hers.
Get help. Like, you can't do this on your own. You cannot stop using nitrous oxide on your own.
Julia Charleston actually lives in Alabama with her husband, and she works at a treatment facility there for those people who are trying to recover from addiction. She knew her son was struggling and tried to get him into that facility for help, but he always told her that he could quit on his own. Scan the QR code on your screen. We've posted resources for anyone struggling with nitrous oxide abuse or just addiction, along with information about Julia Charleston's fight for change right now on our website. Click on Detroit.com. There is legislation that bans the paraphernalia associated with how people used nitrous oxide years ago, but there is no ban on how it's being used right now and no age restrictions.
What a heartbreaking story, but kudos to the mom for trying to help other people who are struggling with this.
Yes.
I mean, it's a big deal.
So courageous, and that's her mission now. She wants to get that story out in hopes of change so that no other mother has to go through what she went through.
Yeah, thanks for staying on top of this time.